who it's like literally everything that women have that they use to connect with their friends, like the smartphone, the software to run the smartphone, the internet, electricity, like the equipment used to manufacture all of these things, all invented by women, all invented by men. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, bro. If women had, if men were like women feelings and all this crap, bro, cities would not be existing right now. There would be like fucking the world would be. Oh man, how good would it be if there was like a, if there was a way to like jump into a reality like that, like, you know, alternate reality, go to a reality where that did happen and like get to witness it firsthand. Go, oh man, that'd be some killer shit.
Yeah, it's like we wouldn't even be sitting in this car right now.
Who knows? We might not even have cars.
We wouldn't have cars, bro. We'd still have horses.
Even this far down the track,
100%.
I'm sure they can invent something, bro.
Bro. Yeah, like, of course, like, they invented the bra.
Only because their tits were sagging and they were like, oh, we need something. Not sagging as in like sagging, but like they're always down weighing them, like, you know, they're like, fuck, we need something to support that shit. Or probably when they got preggers, you know, they get like heavy, so like, fuck, we'll support it with something.
Yeah, and this is like we checked out before. Men even invented the G-string.
Oh, bro, yeah, because fucking women don't want to show off like that, you know, bro. If it was up to them, they wouldn't even look good. Like, they're just, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But like, honestly, back to what I was saying before. It's like, okay, okay, like how many of my videos you've seen? Oh, there's a man drought. There's a man drought. Oh, there's a Sydney man drought. There's not enough men to go around. It's like there's plenty of men. There's just not the men that you want.
Yeah.
And the men that you want,
they're not the men. They're the men that you need, not the men that you.
That's right. It's like, but then you get the men that you need to help provide for you. But then you bang the men that you want, and then you lose the men that you need, and then you go to the government to get the money from the men you need because you banged the guy you want.
You didn't make a fucking graphite like a fucking thing on that. What was it? So you bang the guy you want, not the guy you need. You fuck him off, but you did. But then you got no money. So you.
So then you get the government to take the money off the guy.
The money off the guys
that you need.
You need just because you bang the guy you want.
Yep. But yeah, like, bro, honestly, back to what I was saying before. You know, you've got this craziness. So, like, obviously, you've got the feminist movement, and the feminists are saying, well, we want equality of pay. But then
do the work then.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Obviously, right? Do the same hours, right? In the 2016.
They do the same hours.
No, they don't. In the 2016 Australian census, in every single age group, from working age through to the age that people are like fucking, they can't even play bingo anymore because they're so old, right? Every single age group, the weeks before the census, men did more hours than women did.
Hey, we always
noticeably.
We always do OT and shit.
On average, yeah, exactly. And we do this because we provide for our families, because we're masculine men.
We like the dollars.
Of course we like money. We're competitive by nature. Women are not competitive by nature in the way men are, unless it comes to being competitive for the top level men.
We're competitive for biological reasons too.
That's true.
We had to be competitive because you always have to one up whatever you're doing. If you didn't have the capacity to need to one up everything, you wouldn't go nowhere.
Exactly.
Shit would kill you. Animals would fucking kill you. Back in the days, fucking caveman days, you know, you'd have to one up the things that are trying to stop you. So you have to be competitive.
Exactly.
Or
and
like there's another cunt that lives over there and he wants to steal your bitch, and you got to fucking be competitive and you got to kick his ass, like, you know.
Exactly. Like if you want to be the one that's doing all the slamming, then you need to be the dominant one.
So we're competitive biologically. We needed to be. It's not like we just fucking wanted to be competitive. That's just how we were.
It's not like we're like, oh, we just have to win this because fuck the other guy.
Yeah, it's like a program, you know.
That's right.
Program to always want to, you know, be one up everything, be the best, whatever the case may be.
100%, bro. 100%.
So it doesn't matter how much we advance knowledge, women get more smarter, more educated, they're still not going to change the fact that they're biologically programmed not to be competitive and to just be submissive.
Exactly, and they're more agreeable.
And we're fucking programmed to do the opposite. So it doesn't matter how much you soy boy them, feminine them, fucking feminize them, whatever. Like, you know, give them a fucking vagina. Eventually, like, it's still gonna stay there.
Like, guys are still gonna have those like inbuilt.
You can't weed that out, bro. That's too hard, man. There's too many millennia of coding, man. Good luck.
Yeah, it's like fucking eons, man. Eons and eons and eons. It's like I was saying, like, you know, I just can't grasp why so many women fail to, like, not all, of course, but so many women, like, they just fail to think like one step ahead, like just one. Like, I'm not asking even 5 steps ahead, just one step ahead, right? It's like, okay, you want equal pay, but you want a guy to earn more than you. It's like, well, if everyone gets the same fucking pay, how the hell do you expect to have a guy that earns more than you? Because he's not legally allowed to, right? Even though you're doing less work. Like, you want equality of outcome, but you also want the better guy. But if the better guy is getting the same as you because you got equality of outcome, then it's fucked.
That's right.
Bro, it's retarded. I don't even fucking know what to say these days. Straight out. It's like, and like, it's funny, right? Because the amount of times, and you've worked in a coffee shop before, the amount of times I've seen, like, just a random girl working in a coffee shop, like taking coffee orders in the morning, and then her boyfriend comes in wearing like gold and the big watch and nice car and everything. It's like, you literally just sat there working at the coffee shop, and then the guy comes along, and he's like, "Oh, you're cute. I want to date you," and it's like easy money for you.
That's the whole sugar baby thing, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And like I mean, the graphs have been done. Like, the trends are there. What is it? What age group was it? It was like up until the age of kind of like from like mid-teens to mid-20s is kind of like the female sexual peak, but like pretty much from your 30s to your mid-40s is the male sexual peak. So you look at a lot of these age gaps in good, well-functioning relationships, and the gap is almost that difference between the female peak and the male peak. Like, it almost directly correlates. So the highest value men from that 30 to 45 kind of group get the highest value women from that mid-teen to, you know, mid-20s kind of group. That's why you see so many younger girls going with older guys.
I was always wondering about that. I always ask them, why do you guys go for older men? Well, they didn't really give me a good answer, did they?
No, but it's because like in my view, it's because on a primal level, you've got, I don't know, it's just older guys. It's not just if you're older, right? Like, if you're an older guy but you're like a fucking little soy boy, then obviously you're not going to be attractive to women.
Yeah.
But if you're an older guy like you or me, right?
We're not that old, let's be honest.
Yeah, well, like, I'm in my 30s, right? You're almost there.
Don't remind me, bro.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. But like, you know, like, you're in your 20s, like, sort of like, you know, like the second half of it. I'm in the second half of my 30s. We're masculine. We don't take soy. We don't.
No soy.
Bro, if we had soy, we'd be walking around in skinny jeans right now.
Bro, I used to, when people used to ask for soy at my coffee shop, even though I had fuckloads, I'd say we're out. I swear to God. Like, I'm sorry, we're out of soy. And literally they'd be like, but your stock of milk came in the other day. I saw it, like, saw the guy walk it in. I'm like, yeah, but we just didn't stock
We just
soy.
smashed through the soy.
Yeah, we didn't order that
Too
much.
busy.
You know, we just don't like it that much, so we didn't. Like, no soy. No, legit, that's what I do.
I swear to God, if I had a coffee shop, I would just like swap the soy milk out with almond milk or some shit.
Bro, you
Just
probably
anything.
you probably name it
Anything.
like something that has no soy.
You want a soy latte? Yeah, here, have a fucking almond milk latte. Get out of my face.
Even that's gay, bro. I got some up here now. I'm fucking eating my cereal with almond milk. I'm like, what the hell's this shit? Actually, I watched something funny in regarding to that. Like, it was some comedy thing. I don't know. The guy's like, what the hell's almond milk? He's like, where the hell's the tit on the almond?
Yeah, 100%. It's like, bro, I don't want to be drinking anything that can't suck from a titty.
It's not really milk then.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean though.
Alright, so we're veering off topic. Back to that thing you're saying with the age gap, like the age where the women are the younger women.
Yeah, so basically, like, men in that group, like, it's like, you even see guys like George Clooney and Brad Pitt, like, they still have the appeal, right? They slay for days, right? And it's not like, you know, people have a fetish for senior citizens. That's not it at all. It's about, like, they're confident, they have, you know, they've got assets, they know what they're about, like, they're defined as a person, right? And that's really attractive, because if someone doesn't actually really understand who they are as a person, like, that's not very attractive for other people at all. You know, like, it's not, like, okay, if a girl comes up to me and says, you know, hey, how you doing? You're like, oh, okay, I guess. Oh, what do you mean, I guess? Oh, just had a bit of a shitty day. It's like, why do you have a shit day? I don't know, it just felt shit. Whereas, like, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, bye. Whereas if a girl comes up to me and says, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, look, I'm not bad, but I've had better days. Oh, why have you had better days? Well, because, you know, well, I don't know. Just, I guess I just fucked up today. And now I'm off work and I'm feeling great. How about you?
They'll be more inclined to obviously respond to
Much more inclined to talk and respond, right? It's all about confidence. It's all about knowing who you are and being able to provide answers to questions as well. Like, that's another thing. And being able to ask questions that really engage them. It's like, not like going down the whole pickup artist route, but people are naturally attracted to people that know what they're all about.
Well, all that pickup artist stuff is normal things that people just don't know. So it's just being taught to people. That's why when people are like, oh, like I've told people, you know, I've studied that, I've learned it because, you know, it was there and I like reading and whatnot. They're like, oh, you know, it's all like tricks and blah blah. No, it's not. This is all stuff that is out in the world. This is real things, like being confident, being able to talk, being like saying the right thing, not sounding like a bitch. That's all normal stuff. Some people just don't have it. So being educated on it, it's not like it's invented. This is all normal stuff, you know, normal things that people have in them. Just need to get it out. So
that's why RSD's been so, you know, a real social dynamics.
I love that guy,
bro. He's a gun. And like entrepreneurs in cars, he talks about as well. Fuck, I can't remember. There's a couple of
guys. Yeah.
A gun, like
Max from RSD.
Yeah.
There's a guy. Max is the one I usually watch.
He's a hard con.
Yeah.
But like, that's the thing, you know, and you don't even have to be like this super good-looking dude to like inspire feelings in people.
Trust me, that if you want, there's one. It's called Daygame, daygame.com. This guy's name's Yaz. He's a top bloke, man. He's English, bro. He's not even that good looking. Swear to God. He even says it. He's like, bro. He's like, I got nothing. I just gifted the gab, man. He just talks smooth, man. Just goes straight up, confident as fuck, and that's all it is.
Yeah, exactly right. It's just confidence. And you know, like, and this is just like, this is something that irks me about what's going on in the world at the moment, like with everyone sort of having this shift and saying, oh, well, you know, we need to hire more women. It's like, well, okay, like, that's fine. I have no problem with you hiring more women as long as it's for all of the right reasons. Like, do it based on meritocracy. Don't do it on the fact that they've got a vagina. Like, let's say, for example, you've got an investment banking firm, right? And you need to close big deals, and you need someone who can push back on your client and say, no, this is the deal and this is what's happening.
You need someone with grit.
You need someone with grit. You need someone with balls.
Grit, man.
Literally and metaphorically.
Yes, business oriented. You need grit for that, man. Like, big time.
And don't get me wrong.
Big deals.
There are, like, I've seen women
There
that
are
have that
women
grit,
with grit. There is, but it's not.
but not
It's a rare commodity, man.
exactly. It's far more common.
Because
Those kind of attributes.
Because with grit, in association with grit, you need that. Like, what's the thing we're talking about? The damn, mind blank. You need that tenacity, that the aggression that the men have. That's what it is. So
Yeah.
you can't have grit and be like a fucking pansy. It doesn't work.
Exactly. Like, if you want to be a pansy, that's cool.
But you won't have the grit. Like, you
Yeah.
can't force grit. Grit's just you as a person. Like, my boss, he's very gritty. He's like, when he has to roster people on, he's like, you need grit for this job, because people will flake, they'll give you bullshit, and he just hammers them until they just go, oh, yeah, I'll take the shift.
Yeah.
So it's just,
you gotta have the hustle.
bro, you gotta just, he just grills them, like, pokes them with a stick. Just like, that's, you need the grit, man.
Oh my God. Actually, we're talking about, like, in that video I watched before about Jordan Peterson, and he was saying, like, men test ideas, women test men, and he was saying, like, how women just keep, like, poking and prodding, like, to like work out the
But
limits.
they
the
poke
shit
and
test.
prod not for, like, gain. They poke and prod to, like, bring you, like, to, what's the word? To,
They want to find your limits.
yeah, they want to, like, decompile you and see what, you know. But whereas that kind of grit in the business sense, you need to be gritty to push back. You're not trying to, you are trying to find their weakness in a sense, and that's where the women, they would be good at that, finding, but their finding weakness in men is totally different to a business sense, you know.
Yeah.
It's not the same, because they have a personal kind of thing with this. They have a personal connection with, like, poking whoever it is, their man, another man, their sick, whatever it may be.
Yeah. It's like, I've noticed this with, you know, when girls have dated in the past, like, they'll put out shit tests, and it's not even an obvious shit test.
It's like to have a,
It'll be one thing that they say, like a particular, like a way that they ask a question, or a specific question they ask,
bro.
right, to see how I respond to it.
Yep, and then they gauge that.
Yep, and then if you don't come up with the response, right, if you come up with the response that they thought you were going to come up with, you're over, it's finished, finito, see you later.
And see, this is where the pick up the artists and all that kind of thing, they actually can sometimes show you and teach you what the shit tests are from, like, past experience and whatnot, and prevent you from actually falling victim to any of this bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, I was seeing this girl, and she asked me a question. She goes, I mentioned something. She goes, oh, so is that a past girlfriend? I said, yeah. She goes, oh, well, you know, that's right. I said, you know, I said, oh, like, we were laughing about something, and I said, oh man, you're so perfect for me. Like, this is back in my soy days.
Oh yeah, that's
like blue pill days, obviously.
That's a soy
but I'm like, oh, you know, you're so perfect for me. She goes, have you ever said that to another girl? Shit test straight away. You know what I said, bro?
Yeah, yes, I have.
I said yes.
And she was perfect for me at the time.
Yeah. I was like, but I'm not who I, like, back then, the person that I needed back then is not the person that I need now.
Yeah, bro. I know.
So the person that you are right now is perfect for me in my current form.
At this point in time, yeah.
Which is my evolution from that point.
Bro,
because you wouldn't have been perfect for me back then.
Exactly, man. Those shit tests like that kill me. Back in the days, man. Like, we were all soy boys back in the days, you know. We didn't know much.
Or blue pill.
Bro, but yeah, you know, they'd ask a question, whatever the question may be, and you'd always answer. You'd always be inclined to answer, to give them what they want to hear. But that's, man, I learned quickly that that's not the way to go.
Yeah, because
be yourself, always fucking say what you say, what you mean, and
be authentic.
Exactly, because they respect you more. It'll be subconscious, but they will respect you more if you're just straight up. Like, yeah, man, it's just.
And bro, like, I mean, it's just human beings, right? Men respect you more if you're straight up, as well. But, like, they don't shit test you typically the way that women do.
Like, here's, like, you know, like a very simple and common thing, a little tiny shit test would be like, you compliment a girl and they'll be like, I bet you say that to all the women.
Oh, bro, every time.
You know, like, that's one of the most common ones. Or, like, there's ones where, like, all right, let's just think back to my days of learning this stuff. like you'd be at a bar or something, and it's like they'd expect you to buy them a drink, or they'd prod you into getting them a drink. And like I've had mates where they've just like completely shut that down, and that's just worked out way better for them. 'Cause
Yeah.
once they know you're gonna give them what they want, the answers that they want.
Once they know you can walk all over them, they will just take. Like if you give an inch, then they'll take a mile. If you give them 8 inches, you own them forever.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, if you're giving 8 inches, they're taking 8 miles. You know what I mean?
Right. Write that one down, peeps. Write that one down.
I'll write that down, in Van Wilder style.
That's what it's like. Write that down. I don't have a pen. Well remembered.
Oh,
More
man, I
people should
love
watch
that
Van
movie.
Wilder, man. That's got some
Van Wilder is a gun movie.
gun movie.
And you know what? You know what I loved as well. Like I loved how, like he knew how to fuck around, but he also knew how to get serious and like be dedicated when the time came. And like he sort of went through such a mass, like he got forced into evolving so quickly as a person.
It's the best way to evolve.
Yeah. And then when he's like, oh, you trying to get a date with that chick Gwen,
Oh, he just kept hustling, man.
Yeah, he kept hustling.
And she had a boyfriend too.
and he goes, oh, it's a
He's a
date.
boy.
And she goes, what did she say? She goes, it's an interview. And he goes, Gwen, first dates are interviews.
That's
Oh, what a savage
cracker.
line.
That's cracker. But no, and back to the soy boy things. That girl's boyfriend in the movie was a massive soy boy.
Richard Yoff.
Bro,
He was a lame as fuck.
Bro, I think she made him like a soy shake or something before his fucking.
Oh no, yeah, like he was meant to take his like final exam,
some
and then
fucking
afterwards he was gonna have an
shit
interview with like the bar to get into like
Bro.
to become a doctor straight away, like
Put, like,
straight off the bat,
lax
like
in it.
yeah. And what was it, Turbo Lax?
Bro, I'm pretty sure that shake was soy. 100%. 100%.
But it had heaps of laxative in it. She made it for his test, and he ended up shitting in a dustbin. That was bad.
There was something I wanted to bring up. Kind of off topic. Actually, sort of is on topic.
Go for it.
To do with all right. Just give me a second to compile my thoughts here.
Yeah, man.
I was just curious about this. All right. So I got on Instagram you follow a lot of people, whatever. So I got this person female that I'm following, and I always just watch her stories just for fun, see what's going on.
Yeah.
And she doesn't show her personal life a lot.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm pretty sure she used to be either an escort or like run like she apparently ran her own company of some crap. Like
Okay.
some escorting or like showgirls or something like that, whatever. And so once she put a photo up or something of her partner, and like he's like some old dude, bro. This girl's like 23.
Yeah, so she's the gold digging.
Bro, she's stunning, whatever, beautiful. I've seen her in person. She came to one of the shows at the arena that I was working at, and I was just like, Godsmack, what the fuck's this? Like,
She's a gun.
goddess, bro. Like, I don't know, hands down. Anyway, besides the point, she put up a photo a couple of times, and then the other day I saw like a story, and someone you have these things like you can ask me whatever, and they'll reply on the story.
Mm-hmm.
So someone asked her, oh, what's like you never put up photos of your personal life or your partner or anything like that, like, and then she finally put one up recently, like a more detailed, and I seen again her partner, and man, he's like, and the thing is, what gets me is she always writing stuff like, on her post, like, oh, you gotta like I love my partner not for his looks or for his age or for his blah blah blah. It's all because of who he is. You know what I mean? But then again, all the fucking posts she has is like, and I'm guessing this guy's fucking loaded because he's the ugliest guy ever and looks like the dopiest cunt. And all I get is she's at fucking Gucci, Louis, this, that.
Of course.
Bro, the apartment she stays in, the holiday every fucking month she's gone somewhere, bro. Every hands down, like Bali, here, there, Europe, I don't know, man. And I'm just like, what gets me is I'm like, why write things like, oh, it's all about the personality and you connecting with someone, but like, bro, this guy's buying you everything,
Yeah, his
Like,
personality is that he spends on
bro,
it. Yeah.
he's buying her, bro. Like she comes back with shopping bags, like 2 hands full.
Like Prada,
Bro,
Chanel,
like
Gucci,
5 on each
Louis
side.
Vuitton, Tiffany.
Bro, for days. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna say it's all about personality and you love the guy for who he is and blah blah blah, and you don't care that he's an ugly fuck, but he's like funding your life.
Yeah.
And
100%.
you're not a gold digger. Come on, man. Like, just be honest. They're all those kind of girls on Instagram are talking like that, and they're not. They're trying to make us think that that's what they feel, but they're not being honest with themselves. Like, hello, if you were actually that humble, you would be like, not fucking taking all this crap. Like, you'd accept a couple of gifts, but this guy's like funding your life. So just be honest with everyone, with all your loyal followers, and I love you guys, you know? Just be honest. I'm a fucking gold digger.
Yeah.
You know, I may love the guy for whatever reason, but I also love the lifestyle. Just
Yeah.
be honest. Like, I love the
Yeah, I
lifestyle.
love the fact that he
Gives me
just
the shits,
spends
bro.
a shit ton on
Literally
me.
gives me the shits. I'm like, just admit it. Like,
You're a gold digger.
and I like when women actually admit what the fuck's going on, because like there was something on the radio today, and someone called up and was like, I'm an escort, I'm not a prostitute, you know, don't call me that, blah blah blah. And then another lady called up who was also a prostitute and was like, you're a fucking prostitute, I'm a prostitute, we're prostitutes, and be fucking proud of it and just own it.
Yeah,
And I
but
respect that lady. She's like, I've been in the industry 25 years, blah blah blah. I'm like, I respect that lady, because she has the balls to say what's going on. Not, oh yeah, I love my partner, I love he's just the way he is, who he is, blah blah blah, I don't care about all the other stuff, and then fucking you're walking around with, you know, a $30,000 watch that you got yesterday. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, be honest, you know, the guy's a fucking ugly cunt. Like,
exactly.
not even like he's an alright looking guy, you know, like, oh, he's alright, you know, I can find some good qualities. No, he's literally like an ugly cunt, like balding, ugly hair, doesn't even like, you know, people think of like, for an older man who's got money, you think like George Clooney, you know, Bachelor. No,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy's like flop, straight flop.
Like dud.
Bro, like straight fucking flop. There's nothing nothing attractive about the guy, man. Like, hey, I'm all for admitting when guys have the money and they look good. Like, bro, if I was rich, I'd look amazing. You know, you can make yourself look amazing. Just buy a brand fucking suit, $2,000 suit, bro. You look hectic.
Exactly. It's like you're built and you have the suit and you have the money.
Bro,
like it's
one of
trifecta.
I know a guy. He owns a company at the place I work, and he runs like a big company. Bro, that guy, he comes to work in the hecticest suit. And he's like a cleaning boss, so he runs a cleaning company. But the guy cleans in a suit.
Wow.
But he's a baller, looks good, clean hair. He's like 50. You know?
Good money in cleaning, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's 50. The guy looks after himself, you know. Like, but this guy that I see over there, it's straight flop, and I'm like, just admit, just give me the shits. I don't know if that resonates with you, but it just gives me the shits, bro.
No, well, I mean, look, it doesn't give me the shits, but
It gives
only
me the
because I understand, like, the
That
logic
there's-
behind it.
The gold digger logic.
I read this amazing article in a psychology article the other day, and there's 3 types of love that women need. There's lust, there is dependability, like basically Mr. Reliable, you know, have the house with, you know, do the logistics of the day with, and then the guy with that she's attracted to, with the like the wish list guy, you know, got all of the things on the tick box that are on your list that you want. You know, so there's 3 different sets, and what I've realized, and this governs literally every single relationship in which a woman has cheated on their partner in some way or another, right, is because one or more of those types of love were missing from the relationship dynamic that she was in. But what I've come to realize is the most important one to have is lust. Because if you have the lust locked down, you might not be Mr. Dependable, you might not tick the boxes, but you can't control for lust. You can't say to someone, you have to lust after this person. It's there or it's not. If you know how to tap into that, you will always be the guy that she sleeps with, no matter what.
And they're far likely to obviously cheat when they have the lust there. That's the problem. That's
Well,
why
if
people cheat,
they have lust for somebody else,
yes, but if they have lust for you and they don't go around actively looking for lust, then they usually be staying with you, unless something.
That's what I'm saying.
Unless something like fairy tale comes along, that's like hard to resist. But
exactly, and typically that fairy tale will be all 3 of those things in one.
yeah, but that goes back to that movie that we love, the ugly truth. Like, good luck with that the list of characteristics that women want. That's
Probably honestly, bro, the most common combination of those two that I see in successful relationships is lust and reliability.
oh yeah, because it's not that hard to be a reliable person. Like most men are.
Yeah.
And the lust, yeah, it's buildable or it's just there. Sometimes it's just
Yeah.
straight up there.
Because like, and how many times do you see girls where they meet their perfect partner? They're like, oh, you know, he's barely got any of the things that were on my list of things that I wanted in a man, but he's perfect for me. You know, and that's where it's at.
That list is the problem, bro. They look for this list, and it's just impossible to find that list of criteria, and they don't give anyone else a chance because they're not on that list.
Yeah, they don't meet all the criteria, so they're out.
And they fuck themselves.
Well, that was that was why that video I did, how women lose the dating game, it was exactly about that, like this sense of entitlement to all of these things, and then like, no, I'm going to wait till I find the perfect guy, and then they never find the perfect guy because the perfect guy doesn't exist.
And then they're like 40 and then like...
Yeah, but the thing is, they're not bringing the value to, like, as a guy, right, bro, tell me, like, just point blank, if you're just meeting a new girl, right, no girlfriend, just like got a clean slate, right, what are the basic fundamentals that you're attracted to in a woman?
Put me on the spot, bro.
Tits.
Oh, you mean like whatever? Okay.
Just like straight off the bat.
I'm
not talking. Yeah. I'm not asking to go deep here, but like, what attracts you to them to want you to spend time with them?
And this is what I tell when I speak to women and men about like attraction and stuff. I tell them the same thing. I'm like, look, we were made to physically be attracted to people at first. I go, you can't see a personality. If we could, amazing. That would make life even easier because then it would be like, bitch, slut, fucking, you know, uptight, narcissistic, whatever the case may be. We could pick it and be like, nah, I don't want to deal with that.
Avoid.
Nice, lovely, whatever. So what I say to everyone is, you're always attracted physically to the person first. And that's just how men are.
100%.
And me, yeah, look, I'm an ass man myself. I'm a butt man. So if I see a good butt, I'm there, man. Like I'm be hitting her up.
Yeah.
Have a chat, see what it's like, and then get to know her a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like that fundamental has to be there, because then there won't be an attraction. If you don't have what you're like, if they don't have what you're after, or what you kind of enjoy or lust for,
yeah,
there's nothing, man. Like, look, you may find someone that doesn't have some of the criteria or most of the criteria that you don't, but you'll find some other things to like you know,
that maybe you didn't realize that you actually did want.
Yeah, like, you know, some like, man, I'm a butt guy, I like big butts, but like there's times where I've seen like really tiny girls and I'm like, why not, man? That's cracker, you know. She's going hard, pretty face, whatever. And then you talk to them and they're nice and they're fun, and then you got like 4 or 3 out of 5 qualities that are like, yeah, that's still cracker. Like,
it's mad.
Why would I pass that up? You know what I mean? Like, man, I'm all for like, I don't have really a checklist, but if they have like 2 to 3 out of 5 qualities, man, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like I'll you know, I'm not gonna put them to the curb or anything. I'll talk to them straight away. I'll interact. Why not? But yeah, like you said, like I said, you got the physical first, the lust part, then you get to know them, then you see where it goes.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's basically it, man. You can't get any more simpler than that.
Yeah, exactly. And like, think about this, right? Let's say you're going clothes shopping, right? Because I know that you're a fashion guy. Like, you love your clothes.
I love my clothes, but I don't get that many lately.
I know. Like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You both, like, your wardrobe, like, when you go out, you look good, bro. Like, simple as that. You're fit and you've got a good wardrobe. So, but like, when you're going shopping for clothes, like, you don't go and walk in to the shit looking clothes shop for the clothes that you want. You're gonna walk in the shopping center, like, correct me if I'm wrong here, please, but are you not going to look at the good looking clothes stores and go, that looks like a hectic clothes store? I see a lot of good stuff that I like, it looks visually attractive to me, I'm going to go into that store and I'm going to check it out.
Well, unless you're on a budget, there's no real reason to do that. You're going to go for what you find attractive.
Exactly.
With anything, like, you can even do it with groceries. People walk in the stores and they see a really nice packaging, like, bang, I want that. Same product just over there, but they just see the package.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And interestingly, I find that the same concept can still apply. Like, if you're on a budget, Like, you don't go for the girl wearing Chanel and Versace and Louis Vuitton and expensive dresses, expensive jewelry.
Well, look,
Stay
man,
away.
in terms of that, I mean, you can, because it's not hard to pull those girls. Those girls are probably the easier ones to pull because they don't get approached much, and
Yeah.
you just have to be
Ironically.
exactly the opposite of what they normally get. They get the, oh, you're so beautiful. I don't know. You just throw that out the window and just be the sick cunt, you know, on point. You don't need to. Don't think that because they're wearing Chanel or whatever that there's some hectic. It's probably like either gifted to them or they just spent like 3 months worth of wages on that.
Or the last beta male boyfriend bought it for them.
Exactly, and
They dumped him anyway.
They dumped him, but they
And then slammed the alpha male.
So yeah, it's not that. But yeah, you're right with the clothing. Yeah, do walk into the store that you actually find the clothes appealing.
Yeah. No, it's so true. But funnily enough, right, like, if you're a guy who likes bigger girls, then maybe like the girls that you're attracted to, if you're on a budget, it's gonna be a problem because how are you gonna feed them when you go out, you know?
Exactly.
You don't even want to split the bill, bro, because you know that you're gonna be paying for like more than what you ate.
Paying for your 2 meals in just your half.
Exactly. Bro, straight out. If I was dating a chubby girl, I'll just go to Hungry Jack's. Like, you want a drink? Here's 3 Fanta mangoes. It's like $3.
You know,
$1 each.
they tend to generally eat when you're not around. That's the thing, because they get self-conscious. They don't want to eat in front of you.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm eating a salad. It's like, bullshit. I know you're going home to pizza.
It's like, bro, what do you mean? Like, like on their Snapchats. Like, oh, look where I am.
They take the photo of the food, put on the Instagram. Bro, they like, okay. It's okay. It's one thing. Like, honestly, this kills me. It's one thing if you go out to like a nice restaurant and they've got some incredibly presented food. Like, for example, I know someone. She takes photos of really good-looking food at restaurants, but she is a caterer. Right, so sometimes she'll take a photo of it for inspiration, so she can do that to make money off it. I know some people, and like literally, you go into a restaurant. It's like, oh, you go to a Thai restaurant. You're like, oh, can I get a takeaway pad Thai and some chicken skewers? And they're in fucking plastic containers. Like, take a photo of all the, like, fucking container full of chicken skewers. Take a photo of the container with all the pads that you fucking jammed in there. There's like no presentation. It's just like, oh, look at my food. It's like, yeah, I know you fucking eat too much.
Man, I prefer in the containers. I'm a meal prep guy, so I got containers for days. That's all I have in my lunchbox, just containers. Hey, funny enough, regarding that, I got asked the other day, are these meals bought? Because they look professional as fuck.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're like, oh, do you buy those meals? Do you buy it from one of those meal prep things? I'm like, no, I'm making myself. They're like, damn, man, that looks cracker.
Bro, you should, like, honestly, you should start doing a YouTube channel, like, showing people how to do meal prep or, like, how to get fit or whatever, because, fuck, man, like, I remember when you were skinny as fuck.
Did you know me back then? I don't think you did. No, I didn't know you.
Bro, I've seen
was worse.
Bro, I've seen the photos.
Yeah.
I've seen the photos. You know I've seen the photos.
Those photos, man. Burn them. Can't. They're all digital.
No, but it's good, like, well, oh, you can't burn them, but you can delete them?
Can't. They're all over the place, man. Good luck. They're out there now. Nah, they're good for motivation. You should use them in my before after.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Exactly right.
Oh, because you said it, I'll do it just for you.
All right, mad. I hope you're out. But, man, where do we go? Like, we're way back on, like, we're talking about how, like, women tend to gravitate towards men that earn more than them, or, like, are at a higher social level, but they also want equality of outcome. It's like, those two things are a complete paradox. And then, like, that Jordan Peterson video I was watching, talking about it's like this crazy relationship between radical feminists and radical Islamists. It's like, you know, you're saying that you want guys to, like, you're trying to get rid of toxic quote unquote toxic masculinity, because there is nothing toxic about masculinity. It's just a stupid fucking phrase that a couple of retards from a university came up with, and it spread like wildfire because they were teaching retards and then the retards go out into the world and tell other retards, and you know that's.
I still stand strongly with the fact that if they get their outcome where they want to make all the men non-aggressive and not that kind of toxic masculinity, or they want to get them to be more feminine, that's going to be a shit storm.
Oh, it's going to be a shit show. Like,
Bro,
you can't make men less
know
aggressive. You can only regulate it by good role models. And the only way you can have a role model that understands how to regulate testosterone is to have a father figure or like a male role model. Like, you can't have that with a single mother household. You know? And look, and I know some guys that are like fairly masculine. They've, you know, grown up in a single mother household, and that's usually because they've had friends that have been a good influence, or they've had an uncle, or they've you know, had a particular someone that they've kind of followed.
Or even like a, you know, they follow they like some inspirational character for them, like it could be a football star, or it could be an athlete, or it could be a movie star, whatever.
They might have even seen like Gran Torino and seen Clint Eastwood and be like, man, like I really respect the way that, you know, he stood up for what he believed in.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it takes for some people to really harness that masculine energy and focus it properly, you know. But that's why, like, I heard this story about this mother that abused her 2 sons, like pretty much all, and there's no father around. Mother abused her 2 sons all the way through. When they hit 14, they snapped and they killed her.
I would not blame them. I would literally not put them in jail if I had the facts. Like,
Yeah.
if it was all documented and you could see it all clearly, I would be like, nah, let them walk free, man.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, it's not the best thing they did, but man, like, you can only take so much.
And that's actually a really good point. You can only take so much. And I think a lot of people that get to breaking point in their life, they've already taken too much. Like, they've tolerated more than enough. Like, they shouldn't have to have even got to that point to begin with.
Exactly.
It's like, this is why, you know, mothers that are abusive that kill their kids, you know, they've snapped, they've gotten to the point where it's too much. It's like, what's to say that guys don't get to the same point?
Probably get to it more.
Exactly. And you know, I saw this article, bro, won't believe it. I saw this article today. This feminist was writing, saying that there's too much toxic masculinity in homeless people, because she spoke to some homeless people and they're like, I don't feel like I can talk about what I'm going through.
Bro, they're ashamed. They don't, you know, they're in a tough spot. Like, it's hard for them to talk about these things. You can't say it's toxic for them to not want to discuss these situations with a random.
Exactly. But they're saying, oh, you know, these guys, the fact that they're not talking about their feelings is damages in them. But it's like, these, and this is part of, like, going back to the shit testing, right, that we're talking about. I've seen so many instances of women going, oh, I want you to talk about your feelings more. Like, you know, I wish you'd open up to me. I wish you'd open up to me. Like, they want you to be like their best friend.
Bro, when you open
but
up
then
to
you
them,
open up to
they
them,
fucking hate it. They'd start losing it. They
That's
start getting
right.
upset, and then you're raw and your feelings are there, and it's like they're like, oh, I want you to be empathetic with my feelings and respect my opinions, blah blah blah. You give them yours, and it's like, well,
yeah. And
then they get more hurt, and then the focus goes back onto them, and you're like, well, why the hell am I opening up for?
Well, if you've got feelings that are being exacerbated by their behavior, then they'll get cut because you're telling them what the problem is. But if it's like, okay, bro, I guarantee you, like, you tear up a little bit in a movie once. Oh, that's so cute, you know, he's so sweet. Oh, you like my little cuddly teddy bear. Tear up in every movie. She'll be riding someone else's dick before the sun rises the next morning. 100%.
They ask for feminine, like men to be more feminine.
Yeah.
But then when they get feminine, they're like, wait a minute, this is not like.
That's not the guy I was attracted to.
Biologically, they're like, snap. That's not, you know. And then they're like, whoa, like you said, ride someone else's cock. So there's no winning, man.
They're consciously asking for one thing, but subconsciously they require another to sustain attraction.
Exactly. That's why I'll just stick to what their subconscious needs, not what their
Correct.
conscious needs, because it's less headache for me.
It's less headache for anyone who sticks to what
and you know, you just do what their subconscious requires, and it'll all fall into place, because you know, they might hate you for a while, they might be angry with you, but they'll be riding your dick every night, and they'll be subconsciously they'll be happy that they've got a manly man.
This is the thing, like they appreciate masculinity, that you've tapped into the lust, which is why they're in your bed and not somebody else's.
Wise words.
100%. Alright, bro. It's time to call this a night, eh?
Yep.
Alright, and guys listening, I hope you enjoyed that random convo. Smash that thumbs up and share it with anyone else that you think will appreciate it. It's your boy Sydney, signing out. Have a great night. Look forward to catching you next time. Peace.